Today, we're taking on a fun challenge to see how many lightning lanes we can conquer without running all over the park. So if you wondered what a laid-back day looks like at Walt Disney World with the new lightning lane system, you want to stick around for this video. Now, we decided to combat this challenge going land by land and trying not to backtrack too much throughout the park. We also want to see if we can get some resort time, go back to the pool and relax during the hottest part of the day, and we have a dining reservation. So overall, this is going to give you a better picture of how Lightning Lane system works on an average day as an average guest, not someone who is trying to complete all of the challenges and get the best times, but just someone who's going to come at this at a relaxed pace and see how many we can get done. As resort guests, we had the chance to pre-book our lightning lanes 10 days in advance of coming to the parks. This lightning lane system is divided into 2 tiers, tier 1 for the most popular ride and tier 2 for the rest. So if you're familiar, you can book tier 1 and tier 2 attractions ahead of time, and our strategy was to secure Tiana's Bayou adventure first, since it's the must-do attraction and it sells out fast, and then we grabbed an early throwaway ride and finally selected our second tier 2 attraction. Alright, so first up, we're headed into Fantasyland. So our throwaway attraction was Mad Tea Party. It was available at 9 a.m. But this morning, we slept in a little bit, and we had to adjust that plan so that we could make it in time to Mad Tea Party to scan in. If you're not familiar with the Lightning Lane system, as soon as you scan in, you're able to select your next attraction. So that's why you want to have a throwaway attraction, what I like to call an attraction that has a low wait time, that's not really a priority, but it's available first thing in the morning. Right after we scanned into Mad Tea Party, we were able to quickly grab Peter Pan's flight for later this evening. Now, I wish we could have got Peter Pan's flight as earlier as this morning so that we could knock out all of the Fantasyland rides, but Peter Pan is one of those highly sought after attractions, so I just go ahead and grab it as soon as I possibly could, and so we'll just come back to Fantasyland later. We noticed that the Mad Hatter and Alice herself were meeting with guests, so we hopped in line, and that I think is the beauty of this Lightning Lane system, is that it allows you to have these spontaneous moments. At this point, we were able to snag a lightning lane almost immediately for Under the Sea Journey of Little Mermaid, which is going to help us out in Fantasyland as well. And then we headed into Fantasyland further to go ahead and grab some breakfast from Gaston's Tavern. Headed towards Tiana's Bayou adventure. We're taking the long way a little bit, but the plan is to try to modify and get a Pirates of the Caribbean and then do Adventureland over there. We shall see. We are making our way towards Tiana's. But Pirates of the Caribbean is currently at like 5:30. So I'm not sure if we're going to do Adventureland just yet. We're going to keep an eye on the times and see what we can do. And as Molly says, fiddle faddle and try to maneuver things around. Our plan now is to go to Magic Carpets and then again check the time for Pirates. Enchanted Tiki Room, we could do that. So we're still having trouble with Pirates, so we're just going to keep an eye on it. And we might just have to come back to this area of the park and ride Pirates later on tonight. So we're going to try our best, but that's the situation right now. We typically see things happen around like 1, 2 o'clock. People start changing their plans and canceling and all that. So it's still possible, we can still get it, but it might just be later on after we go to our lunch. Time to do what we call a filler attraction, which is going to be the Enchanted Tiki Room. It's a really cute, super adorable show with birds. Alright, so we just finished Enchanted Tiki Room. It is a super cute show, and it's one of the remaining attractions that were here on opening day in 1971. So it's super fun. I definitely recommend it. It's a nice way to rest your feet and get some AC. I also just saw that Pirates went down to 20 minutes. So that's where we're headed now, because instead of backtracking later, I think it's just better just to wait the 20 minutes. And this way we get done Adventureland and we can go move on to the other lands. Right. So now we are headed to Pirates. Jump down to about 15 minutes. Let's see how long it is now. With that, we are done Adventureland. We are done Adventureland. So that took a little bit longer than we thought it was going to, but that's okay. We are headed to lunch now. So we scheduled a lunch at Tony's Town Square inside, and we can watch the parade while we sit and eat the delicious Italian fare. We also have a huge gap right now, so you can see we have Peter Pan's at 5:30, Haunted Mansion, and then the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train later this evening. The best part of our meal, besides being able to see the parade, was this delicious, luscious garlic bread. Now, because we only have Tomorrowland and the rest of Fantasyland to finish, we decided to take a break, go back to the resort, swim, rest, change, and we'll be back in a couple hours. So we are back in the parks, we are caffeinated, we took a little break, and we are ready to conquer the rest of our attractions. Our plan is to finish out Fantasyland with Peter Pan and It's a Small World, and then we are going to spend the rest of the time in Tomorrowland. We do have a Seven Dwarfs Mine Train reservation for 8 p.m., but that is the only thing left in Fantasyland after we do this little sprint here over to Peter Pan. Like I alluded to earlier, Peter Pan is going to be one of those Tier 1 attractions you want to book first thing in the morning as soon as you scan into your first ride. We were able to get a 5:30 timed callback for that, but the sooner you can grab it, the better.
Okay, so would I wait 45 minutes for that ride? Absolutely not. But it is a really cute ride, and I love that they just made some updates to a couple of the scenes. So that was fun. Now let's go. I just snagged. Stormer, and then we're heading to Tomorrowland or go and do our lightning lane for, yeah, we might do cars. The lightning lane for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. So we might backtrack just a little bit to go over there after we do Storybook Circus. We made it to Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Now I don't know if we're going to be able to ride it because it's just started raining. So if we get inclement weather, they will close it and we won't be able to ride. But let's see if we can do it. This is too far to hold
After 8:30, and now it's time to make our final decision. Do we find a spot for the fireworks and call it a day, or do we push to finish off the rides in Tomorrowland to complete our Land by Land challenge? It's also started raining, which means the outdoor attractions like Astro Orbiter and the Tomorrowland Speedway are closed, so we can cross those off our list. And what's left is Buzz Lightyear, Space Ranger Spin, and Space Mountain. We were able to grab lightning lanes for both of those, so we're going to head over there to finish them. Wow, what a day. So, what do you think? Did we complete the challenge? Let's recap. We managed to secure and enjoy lightning lanes for all our must-do attractions, including Tiana's Bayou Adventure, Peter Pan's Flight, and Space Mountain. We even had a long lunch at Tony's, and we went back to our resort for a few hours to swim and rest, which made the day super relaxed. I think the plan worked out pretty well, especially with the flexibility to adjust our reservations throughout the day. And even though the rain threw us a curveball on some of the outdoor rides, I'm going to consider this a success. If you enjoyed following along, make sure you hit subscribe and go listen to our podcast for insider Disney tips and tricks. And leave any questions you have about using this lightning lane system in the comments. We'd love to help you plan your own magical visit at Disney.